Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you to another live webinar of AAA Associates Immigration Services. This platform is centric to educating potential investors of citizenship and residency by investment programs. Today, we will be discussing the changes and updates of the citizenship by investment program of Commonwealth of Dominica. There has been a lot of progress in the program and it continues to excel with time. We're delighted to have with us the ever benevolent Head of Citizenship Unit Dominica, His Excellency Honorable Emmanuel Nanthan. His Excellency was appointed as Head of Citizenship by Investment Unit in February 2015, and he has been leading the unit ever since. The program has been remarkably contributing to the economy of Dominica. Mr. Nanthan is also a cricket enthusiast and is currently Vice President of West Indies Cricket Board. Along with Mr. Nanthan, we also have with us Ms. Rida Lodi. Ms. Lodi is currently Head of AAA Associates Immigration Services and has been associated with AAA Associates from a very long time. Without further ado, I would like to request Mr. Nanthan now to grace the podium and share his insights about the program. Over to you, sir.
Dependence application up to 1 year after at the same cost. If you take more than a year, the cost would be a little higher. So I think I have a video now. My iPad battery went dead, so I'm using my telephone right now. So I hope that's okay.
That's absolutely fine, His Excellency. Thank you so much.
Yes. So someone was asking about adding their family after they become a citizen. That is absolutely okay. And the price would be the same as if you're a citizen. You have up to 1 year to add them as if you had included them in the original application.
Thank you so much. So what I understand the question part first was how strong the passport, and when it comes to the strength of the passport, His Excellency, it's very strong. The entire Schengen is visa-free. So when you travel from Dominica to Spain or, for example, Germany or Switzerland, you just get a ticket and you travel. That's how it is, right?
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. So is the UK.
You just buy a ticket. You're allowed in the UK or anywhere in Europe for up to 3 months without any documents before that. That's okay.
So I can always get an answer that the entire European Union is my playground. I just get a ticket and I go and I stay in the UK for 6 months. Let's take it this way.
In the UK, you have up to 6 months on arrival. Yeah.
So we have visa free to Russia and China and other countries as well. So pretty strong passport it is.
Yes, Russia, China, Brazil, Azerbaijan, Morocco, I think we do Nigeria. We have about 6 more that we're working on at present, and that should be implemented within the next 6 months. But really, we're looking to be about 160 countries by the end of this year.
Hopefully, inshallah, we'll be having a more stronger passport this way. So currently, if I understand, so for example, today I have a passport and these 6 countries are added at the end of the year. I'm still eligible to visa-free access to all of these countries as well.
Of course, once you have a passport, then you can travel to any of those countries that we have visa-free to.
So the strength of the passport is increasing day by day, or
it's continuing to increase day by day, yes.
Perfect, thank you so much for updating us. Isha, over to you. We have a lot of more questions coming over, please.
Yes, so thank you. And I would like to welcome Mr. Nanthan and Rida, both of you. Now our viewers can see you and we can have a conversation. Now coming to the question, I have a question from Mr. Sami, and he wants to know that if there are any updates about biometric passport.
Yeah, we're hoping to have implemented our biometric passport by June of this year. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus and the complications, that was delayed, but it should be in place by December of this year as well.
Wonderful.
So what I understand is if I am in queue of getting a passport, by the end of the year, I will have a an
Biometric passport, yes.
Biometric passport. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you. And any renewal that will be done, for example, my page is finished, or I've already served a 10-year time frame for my passport, a new passport renewal will be the same itself.
The same process. You go through, you get your renewed. You don't have to pay the fees for it. You just pay the fees for the number renewal of a passport, which might be about $100 thereabout, or $200.
Yes,
thereabout.
Correct. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rida. Thank you, Mr. Nanthan. Another question, coming to the next question, and it is from Mr. Adebayo, and the question is about the processing time. From the time of starting the application till they get the passport, how much is the processing time expected?
We've promised and normally deliver doing the entire process within 3 months. So 90 days from start to finish is what we promise, and what we try to do on 90% of the time.
So ideally, it all depends. Once your application, a background check is done, and that's the time when the client pays the donation amount, His Excellency, or the fee for the shares that he's buying in one of the resorts. And from there onwards, a passport printing is happening for the client. Over to you, Isha, please.
Thank you, Rida. Coming to the next question. Now, this question is, what happens if I lost my passport and I'm not in my home country? So they want to understand who they can approach and what can be done in that scenario.
You could approach any of our consulates anywhere around. We have one in Abu Dhabi. We have one now in London. We have a number of capitals around the world. So you could approach any of your consulates, or your agents could do it for you, and that would be done. Your passport would be replaced for you. Of course, there must be a police report, letter to the police indicating that you have lost your passport, which is normal for losing passport anywhere. You do that, and that would be replaced. I have had quite a few of those. It happens often enough, and there's no difficulty in getting replacements for your passport.
So what I ideally understand is today I might be in the UK on my Dominica passport, and somehow I lost my passport. It would take hardly a month for me to get a new passport because we have an embassy there. We can approach them as well. Exactly.
And the ambassador in the UK would assist you and take care of all the paperwork and get it across for you, and that will be done easily. So we have an ambassador in China, in Abu Dhabi. We have embassies all over the place.
So in that time frame, the client can fly out of the UK, or he has to stick his ground in the United Kingdom itself.
I am not quite sure. That would be based on UK, but I would think that if you have other national travel documents, they would allow you.
Of course, you can travel out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rida. Thank you, Mr. Nanthan. Rida, this question, I would like to address this next question to you. And the question is, you being part of AAA, I think you will be able to answer it. And the question is there any new payment terms or more time can be given to client for the payments, to get the passport?
So when it comes to our payment structures, we do have options going around very frequently. Clients do approach us a lot of times for getting payment schedules some way or the other. I would like to really mention that we have offers going around. Clients who are participating can also get a limited time offer. They can join us now also and be part of the limited time offer that is rolling on for Dominica, and get some discount on the fee as well. But however, when it comes to the citizenship by application payments as well, it's very structured. It's in installments, or it's pay on approval, like we say it. You pay the processing fee and you pay the due diligence fee. And when you get the approval, that's the time when you're paying. So a complete structured program. Payments are in shifts. And of course, we're doing a background check, as His Excellency has said earlier. So ideally, what we do is we do a small due diligence or a background check on the client. The report should be generated. If the report is fine, that's the time when we take the application and the payment fee as well. So it's a very clear process when it comes to the payment structures. And the file is safe hands as well.
Thank you, Rida. This question was asked by Mr. Mehtam, and Mr. Mehtam, I hope you have got your answer, and we would expect you soon in our office. Coming to the
Yes.
next question. Yes, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You were saying something, sir. Please go ahead.
No. I wasn't sure if you were asking me the question. I thought it was Rita was asking to answer the question, so that's okay. Please.
Okay. The next question is for you, actually, sir. And the question is: after getting the citizenship, can we set up business in visa-free countries on the basis of this passport?
For some reason, I lost you a little bit there. Visa-free countries, I think
I will repeat the question for you. The question is that after getting the citizenship, the Dominica citizenship, client wants to understand that if they want to set up business in any other country which is visa-free with this passport, can they do that?
Again, it would be based on the country's rules and laws where you are, because some people allow you visa-free to travel and to come and then to stay up to a maximum of 3 or 6 months. Sometimes to open businesses, then you have to have certain other documents that's required based on the country. But you could do business anywhere within the Caribbean community, of which we are part of. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, which we are part of, will allow you to operate businesses there as well, or any of the Caribbean community, Trinidad and Barbados and Jamaica and Guyana. Any of the Caribbean community would allow you to operate, because you would have, in fact, a CARICOM passport. In Dominica, we have our passport is part of the Caribbean community, which is a CARICOM passport, and that would allow you to live and work in any of the Caribbean region where we have free trade and free movements within the Caribbean community.
It reminds me of a question. I'm sorry, Ishu. It reminds me of a question. It popped up here, and I remember my client from Pakistan also asked this question. Clients generally, when they get the Dominica passport, they would like to have a business set up in Dominica. How easy is that, opening up a restaurant or anything? Because I'm assuming it's a tourist destination, so a lot of people come to and fro. Opening up a restaurant after having a Dominica passport or any other thing, is it easy? Is it convenient for the client? Are the clients actually treated as Dominican citizens?
Well, the client would actually be a Dominican, so his right or her right would be equal to that what I have. Our constitution does not discriminate between citizens. Once you're a Dominican, you're a Dominican. It doesn't matter whether you're born there or whether you invest to become a Dominican citizen. We're all equals in the eye of our constitution. So you could come to Dominica, you could buy land, you could build home, you could open business, etc. I mean, I met a Pakistan family not too long who were here in Dominica looking at opening up a business here in Dominica, a branch of a similar business that they have in Pakistan, and they're looking to open up here by September, October of this year. They will be opening up their business in Dominica. And I have seen many other investors. There, some people come to Dominica, they live, they move to Dominica, they live here, they work here, and they operate out of Dominica. So it is not uncommon that some citizens would want to move to Dominica and enjoy the peace and tranquility. In the prime of COVID, today, we have no cases of COVID on island in Dominica. And since the onset of COVID, we haven't had a single death in Dominica due to the coronavirus. The government has done a tremendous work in managing people moving in and out of the country, managing the borders, and setting protocols. People must, when they're coming in, they must have a negative test before they come in, before they're allowed to come in. And when you come in, you have to stay in for in quarantine for a few days. If you have your 2 vaccines, it's only 2 days. If you don't have vaccine for 5 days, we test you after the end of your quarantine to ensure that you're okay, and then you could move around. We use masks when we travel in public, but we have events. The country is open. It's normal business in Dominica. Because as I mentioned before, we have no cases of corona in Dominica, and we haven't had for the last few weeks.
Really like to appreciate the unit, His Excellency. Of course, it's your efforts and your team's efforts as well. During the entire pandemic, the unit has worked really hard when it comes to submitting of the applications, getting a background check done, and the passport issuance itself. So there were generally no delays. Everything was functioning pretty well, and even the clients were equally happy. I was expecting there might be delays and issues, but everything went very smoothly. I'm sure there were a couple of changes done instantly and everything was under control.
Well, we had experience of Hurricane Maria in 2017 when Dominica was badly damaged by the hurricane. From then we went, in fact, we had an online portal, which we had implemented before. So people could apply online. And even though we had the hurricane, we moved some staff to the UK. We were able to operate and do our businesses anywhere. So you could stay in Pakistan, or you could stay in Abu Dhabi, or you could stay in Qatar, or in Egypt, or in Paris, or Moscow, and apply. You could apply from anywhere around the world electronically on our portal, which is safe and secure, and we do our work from there. So even though we had the coronavirus, and for a short time in March, April of last year, we had a few weeks, or maybe 3-4 weeks of shutdown, but we were able to work from our home and get everything done, because as I mentioned, it is done electronically, although we still get caught in the files after, but we're able to continue our work without delay to our clients and to our investors. And that continues to be the same today. Today, I'm doing the webinar from my home, but very soon I would be driving to the office where I have meetings, and my staff are all at work. We are all at work in Dominica. There are some things you could do from home, so we would do that. But the country is free. You could go out on the beach, you could go in the park, you could go to the movies, you could do whatever you want or feel like, because we have maintained very strong protocols that kept Corona out for the most time.
Thank you so very much, His Excellency. Isha, it's over to you. We have 49 questions now already.
Mr. Hassan Shahid has asked a couple of questions, so I will ask them one by one from Mr. Excellency. So the question is, what is the common language spoken in Dominica?
In Dominica, we are a former British colony. We're part of the Commonwealth, and our normal natural language is actually English language.
Okay.
Although we do speak some French Creole. We were occupied by France for some time, and we are placed between Martinique and Guadeloupe, which are French territories in the Caribbean. So we do speak French Creole sometimes. But our language at school, our official language, is actually English language.
Thank you so much. And the same client has asked one more question. And so the question is that do investor immigrants have voting rights?
Once you're Dominican, there are protocols for voting. Every Dominican can vote. To register, you must be living on island at a particular address for 3 months. That is whether you're a born Dominican or a Dominican through investment. The protocol are the same. So if I am to register to vote anywhere, I must be living in the area for 3 months, whether I was born in Dominica or whether I came in as an investor. If you're a Commonwealth citizen as well, you could also register and vote in Dominica as a Commonwealth citizen, but you must be living and working in the area for at least 3 months.
So it's all a matter of 3 months, and you are good to vote in the elections as well. That's how it works.
Yes. Someone asked about the fees again. I mentioned the fees before. For direct government fund, it is $100,000 US, and for real estate, it's $200,000 US. For husband and wife, 150, husband and wife, and up to 2 children or 2 dependents, it would be 175. That's 2 dependents, not including your siblings. If you have siblings who are under 18, it would be the same price. If your siblings are over 18 but under 25, it would be $50,000.
So there is a descent law also when it comes to the passport, which is something very exciting, and clients would like to hear more about it.
Once you're a Dominican citizen, any child you have after you're a citizen of Dominica would qualify to be citizens of Dominica as well. So if you're a citizen, you make children, your children will be citizens. They could make children, and their children will be citizens as well. Once they are citizens, at the time of having the child, the children will be citizens by the way of descent, according to our laws here in Dominica.
So as a passport holder,
around 3 more questions, because I have another meeting an hour away from where I am.
We understand that. We'll just post 3 most asked questions and we will just wrap it up, His Excellency. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Isha, please make it quick.
All right, coming to the question quickly. So this question is that what are the possibilities if someone does not has a valid passport or no passport at all, but they have a valid birth certificate, can they still apply?
They can. There are people who never had passports who applied in the past. It will take us a little more time to get the due diligence done and to ensure that they're properly vetted. But most times for security vetting, they would require a passport. But it will take a little longer to get all the vetting done. But they can. The short answer is yes, it's possible.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Isha. We have got a lot of questions, and I think we can cater to one of the questions to the Arabic-speaking community as well. We have Ms. Layla Ali on board with us to translate one most asked question from our Arabic community. Isha, you'll just ask the question from His Excellency, and Layla can translate it further. Thank you.
Yes, sure. Okay, so the question which usually, and we come across this question quite often, and the question is that is the Citizenship by Investment Program allows to transfer to unborn child or future generations are covered, and also about the validity of the passport.
Yes, so I mentioned just earlier on that any child you have after you're citizens of Dominica would qualify to be citizens of Dominica themselves. There's a processing fee of just $500 for processing, so you don't have to pay for that. The process $500, and they would get a passport as a citizen of Dominica, and they could travel to the places where Dominicans are allowed visa-free or visa on arrival.
And the validity of the passport as well, please.
And
a passport is normally for 10 years. The passports normally have a validity of 10 years. Yes, sorry about that.
Okay. I would like to request Layla to translate the question and answer in Arabic, please, for our Arabic audience. Layla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, everyone. مساء الخير جميعا. السؤال هو هل يمكننا أن نعطي الجنسية حق أطفالنا وأطفال. الجواب هو نعم، يمكنكم أن تعطون الجنسية والجواز إلى أطفالكم وأطفالكم، يعني بين الأجيال يتنقل الجنسية. والسؤال الثاني هو متى لين مدة صلاحية الجواز؟ مدة صلاحية الجواز هو 10 سنوات وقابلة للتجديد.
Thank you, Layla. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We still have a lot of questions, but I will not take much time from you, sir, now, since you have to go for a meeting. I understand. I am really grateful for your time and gracing this occasion and sharing your valuable insights. I would also like to thank Rida for participating in the webinar and our wonderful audience to take out the time today. We still have a lot of questions and we were not able to answer all of them. I would like to request everybody, all my audience, to please share your contact details and we will get back to you as soon as possible. You can also visit our office and we can quickly do a Zoom meeting with you as well and answer whatever questions you have. You can also reach us on +971 4563 9555. Thank you, Mr. Nanthan, thank you so much for your time today, sir. It is wonderful to have you on board with us.
Thank you very much for having me. The pleasure is mine. It's always a pleasure being with you. So once again, thank you for having me. I wish you well. Some people were asking about Iranians. We have had to put a stay on Iranian applications for the time being. If you're an Iranian living out of Iran, then it's possible. Otherwise, it's a little challenge at present. But we're looking to review the policies. We will keep the audience aware of that, of any changes that we have had, because we believe that there are good people in every country, and there are bad people in every country. So what you do is not based on where you're from. It's based on who you are and who, as a person, as an individual. And our program has always been for the upliftment of humanity and not to be biased or prejudicial towards any one particular people or country. So once again, I thank you very much for having us. I thank you for having me with you. It was nice talking to you. I look forward to receiving your applications and processing them, and so that you could have your passports in as the Dominican in the next 3 months. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Thank you so much, His Excellency. It's always a pleasure having you on board. Please take care.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you, audience.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.